Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. In this vlog, I'm going to show you a couple of breakfast ideas, what we eat usually. So one of our favorite I'm going to show you is cheese and tomato sandwich, what I make from scratch on a homestead in my farmhouse kitchen, because we've got amazing tomatoes coming in now, and I do make goat's cheese. We've got 2 milking goats, what we milk daily, and I make all sorts of dairy product. The other one is gonna be, I call it fried bread. Some people call it furry bread. Sounds a bit weird, but basically I'm gonna use up this sourdough bread we've made quite a few days ago now, and I think it's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely fine still eating it as it is, or toast it, but I think I'm going to fry them. So also the main part of this vlog, I'm going to make from scratch chicken roast dinner. I bought this year, we usually raise our own chickens and butcher to the freezer, what lasts us for a whole year, but we just didn't have time this year, so I've bought 10 organic whole chicken from an organic farm, and we're gonna try that first one. We're gonna roast it. What is it like? It's about 2 kilo, just over 2 kilo each bird is, I think. So we're gonna go to the garden, see what vegetables ready to harvest, what can go along our beautiful roast dinner. Let's go watch the vlog. Okay, I'm going to use lard. We've still got lard in our freezer from previous years to use up before we have our own. We have got 2 coonies. What, they're about 6-7 months old now. And we're going to butcher them and put it to the freezer, so we hopefully can render our own lard soon. Okay, so next I'm gonna slice up the bread, and we're going to dip it in an egg, sorrel powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. And I'm gonna put a little bit of our fermented hot sauce in the egg mixture, and then we're going to dip our bread in that egg mixture and fry it. So we don't need the whole bread. I'm probably not gonna make enough for today, although you can freeze this. I've never tried freeze actually fried bread. I usually just leave it in a fridge, I reheat it and we have it the next day. So, but I think I'm gonna, well, it's a little effort to make this. Let's do half of this bread. And I'm gonna put the half away back to the fridge. Okay, I'm going to crack 2 eggs on this plate. Look at these beautiful eggs. The girls are now laying really well. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball a pinch of everything. Don't wanna put too much pepper. This pepper is so spicy because we are adding our lovely fermented hot sauce. A little bit. We're gonna make again this dish here. Bit of garlic powder, more like granules. When I freeze dry this, I usually sieve it through so we got powder and granules, but I'll show you that when we get to it. And a bit of our sorrel. I love sorrel taste, a bit of a tangy taste. Balances out all the other flavors in this dish, and I'm just literally mixing this together. Nicely combined. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn on 4 because we want quite a high temperature on the lard in a frying pan. Let this sorrel rehydrate a bit. Give a few minutes. We can get our tomatoes ready. So I'm gonna use this to do tomatoes today. That can go to the chickens. And I've just harvested the cucumber. I've just been out, I've done some garden maintenance. I took quite a few leaves and little branches and suckers of the tomato plants. I've done watering, deheading the cosmos, just doing general garden maintenance I'll try to do daily. And we need to try the cucumber. Make sure it's sweet, because I have a problem this year having bitter cucumbers. This is good. Okay, that's good. Let's try the crystal apple. This is from the greenhouse. Before I peel all that. Is it good? Yeah, lovely. Okie doke. I'm gonna peel this. It's gonna go to the animals. And I'm going to dip a couple of this bread in this mixture. I think we can put 3. There you go. I like to scoop the seed out. You don't have to. It's just personal preference. Chickens will love it. It comes out really easy. I'm just gonna slice it up and I'll just serve it as a side on our plate. And I'm just thinking to serve it also with our lovely sour cream we make from our goat's milk. And I'm just gonna slice up those tomatoes. I put a lovely pinch of pink Himalayan salt on the cucumbers and the tomatoes, and it's gonna be amazing. Look how beautiful this is. So delicious. If you grow your own tomatoes, friend, you know. If not, please grow your own tomatoes. I've just harvested and put the vlog up. I've harvested 40 kilograms of potatoes from one raised bed. If you're interested, go back and watch that vlog, friend. Honestly, unreal. The bed, it's 1.2 meter times 4 meter, so 4 meter long and 1.2 meter wide. Okay, I'm adding the bread to the frying pan now, because that's gone really smoky hot. Okay, we do probably 2 more, and I think that's gonna be plenty for today. Turn it and then put it back. I've turned it down to 3. Okay, I think we can put 1 more in here. Try to use up all that lovely egg. There you go. Just portioning the tomatoes and the cucumbers on our plate. Look how beautiful this Black Beauty tomato looks like. So yummy. Okay, make sure we keep turning this bread for our liking. I'm going to do it a bit longer. Cream as a dip. Okay, ready. I'm just gonna remove them. Turn the heat off, and then we have a taste test. Okay, one more thing to do. A nice pinch of the pink Himalayan salt. All right, friend, let's try this. Probably it's a bit hot, so I need to be careful. Looking really good, look at this. I can spread this cream on a bread. Wow. Good morning, friends. Before I start my day, I'm making a breakfast, cheese and tomato sandwiches from scratch. We've put so much hard work into this meal that I cannot wait to try everything. I've made this yeasted sourdough bread yesterday. I've picked the largest tomato of the season. We've made this homemade butter using raw cow's milk, and this cheese we've made together, it's half from goat's milk, half from cow's milk, both raw milk. Right, let's make a sandwich, friends, and cut the bread first. So in this bread I have used, just close that door, close now. So in this bread I've used 250 grams of strong bread flour and 250 grams of white high protein wheat berry, what I milled in my little mill. So this bread, texture, smell, amazing. I think we're gonna be here for a treat. Honestly, friends, you need to make this bread. We need to make this together, because this is the only thing I think we've not made together. So, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna have one for myself and I can have two. Next, the butter. What we've made, it's divine. So good. So you're gonna spread that on this lovely yeasted sourdough bread. I've used 500 grams of flour, as I said, 50% milled, 50% bread flour, 300 grams of well water, lukewarm, about 7 grams of instant yeast, a good few pinches of salt, and I've not measured out the sourdough starter, but I will do when we make it together. About 100-150 grams of sourdough starter. And this bread was ready within 6 hours. So when I quickly need the bread, I do cheat a little bit and I put some yeast in it, because with sourdough only I would have had to wait overnight and bake it the next day. But because I knew I couldn't wait to make this meal, because everything else was ready, only the bread was missing, I made this decision. So, you know, I do this sometimes. Okay, the butter is a little bit, should have took it out from the fridge a little bit earlier. Can't really spread it that well. Okay, cheese next. Friend, look at this cheese. That is amazing. And I've got Sandy in here because Sandy loves cheese. Me, my love? Mm-hmm. Okay. Have I got this right? Yeah. Yeah. One more slice. Smells lovely. I'm gonna put extra salt on this cheese. I've salted the butter and I put just right. I usually do when I use a quart of cream from the top of the milk, then I put 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. That's enough. Don't tempt to put more. Okay. Right. Tomato time. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. This is the goat bag variety, a new variety for me this year. Look at this. This is to die for. Oh, wow. This is gonna be so good, friend. Absolutely amazing. Let's have another slice. Alan is now on its way to have a breakfast with me. He's gonna love this. Wow. Okay, a bit more salt. And the moment what we're all waiting for. Taste test, friends. Ready? Let's go. Wow. That's what I call cooking from scratch. Homegrown, organic. This is so good. We're gonna enjoy this. That cheese got such a different taste. I used to eat goat's cheese. This cheese, so different. It's only a couple of days old, so this will make a very good fried cheese. Yeah, so good. Look at this sandwich. I think one is gonna be enough for all, but I've got two, just in case he's gonna ask for more. pick some beans. Really need picking. Oh, look what a beautiful bouquet. I'll just show you what we've picked. I've picked all these absolutely gorgeous. I've just realized the mic wasn't on, so I'll just tell you now what I said before. So I've harvested all these beautiful flowers. So we've got dahlia, gladiola, eucalyptus, absolutely gorgeous. And I've harvested quite a bit of sprouting broccoli. Oh, I'm losing it now. And some rosemary and orange thyme. And now we are picking some beans. There you go. Just pick enough for the dinner or two, because probably this whole chicken will give us quite a few meals. I'm thinking of doing even chicken stock with it from the carcasses. So we'll give roast chicken dinner, chicken sandwiches the next couple of days. Okay, it's 60 degrees in here, friends, so I don't want to spend too much time in this tunnel. It's scorcher. I think that's plenty now. Let's go. Take the snippy. Right, I think we've got everything. Yeah. I am ready to make dinner. Today we are making roast chicken dinner. I am focusing on the chicken first. I just want to quickly tell you all the ingredients what we've got today. So for the chicken I have got organic whole chicken 2 kilogram, 2.1 to be exact. I'm going to rub some butter with some of my, well, with the green herb blend. I'm gonna put some garlic and salt and pepper in it as well, and I'm gonna rub the chicken all over. And I'm going to put some onion and kumquat in a cavity, and that can go in this roasting tray with parchment paper in it, breast side up in the oven. I've got 2 kilograms of chicken, so roughly I'm gonna cook this about 1 hour 40 minutes. You know, we're going to check it. We're gonna check the internal temperature when the juice runs clear and the rest of it. So that's that chicken sorted. With the rest of the vegetables, I'm going to use carrot, all the ingredients now from the garden. Green beans, broccoli, green, purple, rosemary, thyme, what else you've got in there? Kohlrabi, cabbage. So everything's washed now, it needs to be peeled and chopped. And the potatoes, we're gonna make roast potato with it, homemade gravy. So if you're interested, you are welcome. So first thing first, what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to tidy up a bit. That's for the chicken, it's the carrot for later. I found the recipe, I asked ChatGPT about classic whole roast dinner, and it gave me such a good description, so I'm kind of gonna follow this, but you know how I am, I'm probably gonna change things along. But it says, for the chicken, 1 whole chicken, butter, garlic cloves, salt, black pepper, dried thyme, rosemary, 1 lemon halved, 1 onion, a few sprigs of fresh rosemary or thyme. So obviously I haven't exactly got the recipe, but this is a good guide for me, so I'm gonna use what we have. For the roast potatoes, 1.5 kilogram potatoes, goose fat that actually I've got on hand, or beef dripping or vegetable oil, salt and pepper. For the vegetables, the recipe asks for carrot, broccoli, peas or greens and parsnips, optional. So we're gonna use what we have, what I've just mentioned. Gravy, we're gonna use the roasting juice with some plain flour and chicken stock. And for the roast the chicken. So heat the oven for 200 degrees Celsius. So that's what we're gonna do. 200 degrees Celsius, gas 6 or 180C with fan. So probably, because mine has got fan, so I'm gonna put 180. Pat the chicken dry with kitchen paper, mix the butter, garlic, salt, pepper, thyme and rosemary. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix up in butter my green spice blend. I might add a little bit more garlic and some sorrel because it needs to be used up. And to this we're gonna add the kumquat instead of lemon and some onion. So that's where we are now. Here you go. Let's do this. So I'm gonna need scissors. I've ordered 10 chicken from I shouldn't say local farm because not quite local, but it's from an organic farm. Few of the carcasses came a gizzard and stuff, so that's good because my plan is to do stock as well. Not today, but another day. Okay, so I'll just remove this, chuck this. I've emptied my bin. Recipe says pat dry the chicken. This was in a freezer, but I took it out last night, so it's nicely defrosted now. There you go. I'm going to put this in a sink for now. We don't need this till probably tomorrow or the following day. Okay, and now I'm gonna wash my hands. Put this aside for a sec. And now we're gonna get this flavored butter ready, what we're going to rub on the chicken. Bit of sorrel, garlic granules, and of my green spice blend. I'm gonna add a bit more salt and pepper. I've got some organic lemon juice in here as well. Might put a little bit there as well. I'm putting all in there now. Oops. We used the rosemary from the garden. This is what we've just picked. And the thyme later. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just going to mix this well, the butter with all these lovely herbs in here. You can hear the oven preheating, the fan is turned on. Okay, now we're gonna switch to our hand. Oh, smells divine. Okay, grab that chicken. And now we're going to rub this all over. Try to go in a cavity, under the skin if we can. Oops, it's nearly gone. We nearly lost it, friends. I've got it. Okay. I don't think so it was a good idea to put the lemon juice in there, because now it doesn't contribute that well. Never mind. Okay. I've learned that the hard way. We need to remember that for the next time. The only reason I put lemon juice because the recipe asks for lemon and I haven't got any. And I know the citrus flavor is really good on chickens. Okay. Right, that's not the greatest of the start, but I'm sure this is gonna be okay. Right, before we put the chicken in, I'm just going to peel some onions and so that's, you need to definitely take this out. It's gone to seed. So I'm going to use those onions up first because they won't last long. We've got our new internet now. I will let you know how do we get on. It is now 4 o'clock, so we should be done by dinner time. I'm going to halve the kumquat and I'm just going to stick all this in the cavity. Okay, this is now ready to go in. I hope this tray fits. Hallelujah. Okie doke. Okay, friends, the next job is now, we don't need the onion for now. We don't need the butter. What we need to deal with this vegetable, I've picked this beautiful bouquet from the garden. So we're gonna deal with the carrot. I've been storing the carrot in a fridge for a while now. We've harvested this ages ago. And carrot stores really well in a fridge. It's just in like a plastic bag. I left the whole green. If you were here with me, I've showed you exactly how I store carrot. Let's try some. Sometimes I just grab it, sometimes I peel it. Peel goes to the compost. Alan actually just turned the compost and took it to the garden. Our first big amount, it's ready. It's so exciting because I really want to put some around the tomatoes and the new raised beds. You know what becomes available? We're sowing seeds again and potting on, planting out next couple of weeks. It's all happening again. Okay, I'm just gonna carry on do this. We've got cabbage, kohlrabi, carrot. We've got the broccoli. I might steam the broccoli actually. We can actually do that. Get it ready. And we can fry the beans in a frying pan. And we need another roasting tray. It's gonna be enough for the potatoes. I'm gonna do roast potatoes. I might do the cabbage with the beans. Kohlrabi can go with the potatoes in the oven. What does ChatGPT say? Roast potatoes. Peel and cut potatoes into large chunks, boil for 10 minutes, then drain. Shake them in the pan to rough up the edges. Heat the fat in a roasting tray. This is quite time consuming. I might just do chips in an active fry. Carefully add the potatoes and coat them in hot fat. Roast them for 50 to 60 minutes, turning halfway through until crisp and golden. Because it is now 4:15, I think I'm just gonna do chips. It's gonna be nice and easy, straightforward and fast. Cook the vegetables. Carrots, boil or steam for 10-15 minutes. Broccoli, steam for 5-6 minutes. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get the steamer. I'm gonna do that in this pan. We can boil the carrot in this pan. It asks to boil the green beans, but I'm going to fry the green beans. Peas, we're not gonna do peas, but we're gonna do cabbage and kohlrabi. Okay, so that's the wrong lid, although it works. So this pan is gonna be for the carrot, this is gonna be for the broccoli. We got enough space in here. I think we can squeeze it in. Perfect. That's perfect. And that's gonna be for the carrots. Oh, let's just see what the ChatGPT says about the chicken. Roast for 20 minutes per 500 grams. So 1 hour 40 minutes for 2 kilogram bird. Let's just put the alarm on for 1 hour. Yeah, make sure we don't forget about that, friends. Yeah, a kohlrabi. Actually, I probably roast the kohlrabi with a carrot. And we can make it like a honey glazed with thyme. That's what I'm gonna do. I really should have had some more honey from the pantry. Next week, we're gonna do another honey extraction. So that's exciting. The weather cools down a touch. So I'm gonna try to choose not the hottest day. Okay, so a big part of the job is done. I washed, topped and tailed and cut up the green beans, and my next job is now going to heat up some bit more of that butter, and I'm just going to fry that green beans on that butter with some salt and pepper. I washed and cut up the chips, so this just needs a bit of drying. Just tap it with kitchen towel, so it's hasn't got too much water on it. And this can go to the active fry in a minute with the goose fat. I've partially cooked the carrot. It's not cooked yet, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna season it a little bit. So we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. I've put a little bit of the dill stem in the water with the carrot. It's got such a lovely scent. And I'm gonna put some dried dill on top of the carrot. And we're gonna drizzle a little bit of honey. I need to remember now to get some more honey from the pantry. There you go. And let's put a little bit of this goose fat. So we can open it. No, I need a knife. Not yet. Perfect. It's called a knife trick. Not too much, just drizzle a little bit. It coats it nicely all over. And what I should have done, friends, should have preheated the oven. Still keep forgetting doing these things, you know, but this is now just gonna stay here. Turn this back on 3. I'm gonna add the beans. With a little bit of that dried dill in there as well. I just love that dill flavor in my food. I need a wooden spoon. And we're just going to fry this for a few minutes. I took the broccoli out. This is now done. Let's try a little bit. Let's try the stem if this is stringy. So good. I'm just gonna season it. A little bit of salt. And that's it. Put this aside. Next, we're gonna put this to the active fry. This is more what we need. Goose fat, a bit of salt, and turn this on for half an hour. Next, I'm gonna cut up cabbage, because that goes with the beans. One more job to do, to cut up the kohlrabi, friends. This is massive. Need a bigger knife. I'm gonna take this to the goats. They'd love it. Still big chunk, it's delicious. There you go. It's beautiful. Just gonna cut it, try one. Yummy. We're gonna fry this, the carrot. The oven should be preheated now. Leave this other half, you don't need all that. I'm adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar to this cabbage and bean. Shall we add some spice? Homestead spice. Why not? Let's do it. Perfect. Bit of olive oil. There you go. rosemary and thyme. Look at this, gorgeous. Okay, I've just put the broccoli in there. I'll turn this off now. Let's check the carrot. Just give it a little stir. Smells nice. Give it another 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Let's check the chicken. Chicken is now in the oven for an hour. We'll need more, we're just going to check on it. Ooh. Looking good. I'm gonna turn temp off low a bit. Let's just check the internal temperature. So on the thickest part it says should be 75 Celsius. We're not quite there yet. 52. I'm gonna put this back for another half an hour. I'm just gonna turn it over like this, friends. Half an hour. So beautiful these eggs are now that they are coming in. They're literally all different color. Look at this. Good girl. So beautiful. There you go. Look at this, friends. We've picked these peppers. I'm gonna put this in a zippy bag for now because this is for stuffed pepper for another day. Okay, the food is ready. I've not made a gravy, but we're gonna use this Chinese style plum sauce as a gravy. It's delicious. Let's have a taste test. Chicken is delicious. Potato is so good. Cabbage and green beans, delicious. Kohlrabi is good. We've tried the broccoli, it's amazing. Carrot. Wow. This is a delicious meal. So, Alan is already enjoying it. It is so good. Wow. I'm gonna enjoy this myself. It's been a few days now since I've picked this poke. We've picked it together and I am so excited just to go to the garden. I mean, daily I go to my garden many times daily. You know, garden maintenance. It's always lots to do, watering, but to admire these beautiful flowers. So I do love having flowers in my garden and to pick them. Once a week I usually pick a lovely bouquet like this bouquet in this vase. Well, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. The roast chicken, it was a winner. We had that twice now, so made two dinners and a couple of chicken sandwiches. I have decided not to do a stock as wasn't that much of the bone and carcasses left, but I'm gonna freeze it and then we have a few. We're gonna do like a big batch. That's what I like to do, because to take out my pressure canner, you know, I like to usually fill it up to the rim. So it's probably half a day's worth of job, but then we sort it usually for like, you know, months and months, at least 3 to 6 months. It depends how much stock we use. So yeah, obviously the breakfasts were delicious. We have in them every single day. I hope you all have a wonderful day and see you very soon. Bye friends.